Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of FANMEN Beyond. I'm your host, DJ Gove.
Chris Davis.
Good evening.
How you doing, sir?
Not bad.
So you still wearing your Celtics green?
I am. It's it's still too soon. Yeah. But on the plus side, we're coming to you second week in a row.
Look at that.
When's the last time you got back-to-back week shows? It's almost like we weren't the problem. No, I'm just kidding, Sean.
Mr. Sean.
Waka waka.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a whole bunch of stuff to go over tonight. And this is going to be the first true test of our new format stuff, because we're going to go over stuff that normally we don't talk about at all. So, or at least not as in depth as we
actually get to talk sports for once.
We do. We are going to do some sports stuff. If you're not into the sports stuff, that's cool. But we're going to be kind of like, it's not just like
A little hodgepodge.
Yeah.
Little TV, little movies, little
sports.
bit of everything.
Little sports potluck kind of things. But that's off, of course, our bread and butter, superheroes, movies, that kind of stuff, or shit. I mean, superhero movies.
It's going to be a big summer.
It's going to be a big summer.
A lot coming up soon.
It's already started. So that's not bury the lead. This week is Memorial Day weekend. So always a big release calendar, right?
Yeah, usually the kickoff for the summer, but it seems to be getting earlier and earlier.
Well,
Marvel jumped the gun.
Took that first Friday in May kind of thing, even though, Thunderbolts did fine. It's not going to, it took a nosedive.
More connective tissue.
It is. Had a pretty good opening weekend. Mm-hmm. Did not hold strong.
No, and you're building it on Florence Pugh's back, which is fine. It's perfectly entertaining. David Harbour's there for comic relief.
Yeah.
Right? There's not a lot. I like my Bucky Nomad shot.
But this
pieces.
This weekend is where, the star power really comes out and it becomes the summer of cute little fuzzy things. And Stitch comes out too. So Mission Impossible 9.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise joke. Mission 9, 10, 75, whatever it is.
So, it's 8, 9,
97,
9, 96.
33.
Yeah, you're almost
Mission Impossible 33.
You're almost at 30 years.
Seriously, that's crazy. I remember when one came out. I was like, oh, this is a good movie.
It was before I met my wife.
Never in my life would I think I'd be in my 40s watching a Mission Impossible movie still. But
yeah, it's unbelievable.
With him. Maybe, a root, but with him.
He's doing his own stunts. And did you see the clip on the biplane?
Yes.
He's his own cameraman.
He's crazy. He's
handling focus on the camera.
He's ridiculous.
At however many thousand feet.
Crazy.
While he's doing this stuff.
But yeah, so Mission Impossible comes out. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Obviously, summer's ripe for big action tentpole movies. So
you have 2 giant movies coming out this weekend.
2.
And there's not a lot of crossover.
There's not. It's gonna be a double dip kind of thing.
It's the counter programming. I will go see it because I have the kid of that age. But yeah, we also. I'll let you talk about the Disney of it all.
When Stitch comes out.
Hey, guess what? It's the same movie you saw before, just with people.
More people and less aliens.
Yeah,
people are pissed off of it. But if you wanted to do Lilo and Stitch, like shot for shot, it would have cost $400 gazillion to make. To render all those characters.
You can't. You need the 2 big ones, and as long as you have the through line, you can get away with trimming around the
early reactions are that it's easily the best Disney live action movie, which of course is kind of like being the smartest kid at Dum Dum School, but
smartest kid on the short bus.
Yeah, pretty much. But I try not to say the hard R word, which is fine because I am one of them. That's fine. But only we can.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to look to see if that's allowed.
Yeah. So we won't do that. But no. Best live action movie, which there've been some decent ones.
There are. It's the biggest thing when it comes to the Disney live act. Like the pushback you get is the why of it all. That's usually so it's the same movie.
Yeah,
just with humans.
But this one, I think they did right. They didn't change the way Stitch looks.
Stitch looks fantastic.
He looks fantastic. The girl seems to be adorable. They filmed it in Hawaii. They used Hawaiian actors. Tia Carrere and Jason Scott Lee came back and have roles in the movie, the voices from the first one. And then you even went as far as doing the proper thing, and you got like the same music composer and the same children's choir to sing Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride. You got the kid from American Idol singing it who's hot right now. And it's going to be cute.
It'll be cute.
It's not going to change my life, but...
No, the same of it all, I think, is the one pushback I have with Disney. You're giving me the same... You spent $200 million to... Give me the same movie.
But this one...
But the girl looks cute as hell.
She does. Yeah. No,
she looks adorable. It plays... If it hits all the same notes as the first one, they're going to be fine.
Stitch is a great character.
I found it odd because when Disney is going well, they don't have to advertise these things as much. And you're at Regal, and Stitch has been driving
around in a Malibu Barbie car.
Stitch is driving the roller coaster in their intro video right before you go into the previews, and Stitch is popping up all the Stitch scanning tickets at another movie chain. It was a little odd.
It just shows you how much Rachel Zegler fucked them and fucked that whole thing up so bad. I mean, the movie was horrible. Horrible anyway.
Settle down. Disney was on the nosedive before they got there.
Especially with the live action shit. Like, I mean, again,
kids, just wait. Toy Story 6 coming out Tuesday.
Yeah,
come on. You go back to the well.
Oh, yeah.
When do we get live Toy Story?
That'd be
just do Woody and Buzz and
that'd be horrible. That'd be absolutely horrible.
Like, as soon as he cuts away, Andy walks away, whoever insert kid here.
This is true.
The toys turn into real things.
On this one, at least, on the bright side, this one, it seems to have good heart to it, which is kind of like the first one was. I mean, the thing, like you said, you don't really need to advertise Stitch. Stitch is, if you ever go to the parks, which not everyone does, obviously, but Stitch is a marketing monster. Pardon the pun.
Shittiest ride they had in that place, but
it was. But like Stitch merch, they do not have trouble selling Stitch plushies and backpacks and hoodies and no way. He's adorable. So, but this is the start of your CGI'd cute thing summer. It's Stitch, and then it's Toothless, and then it's Crypto.
And whoever thought that they'd all be chasing Minecraft?
Yeah, no shit, huh?
Because Minecraft just
the ultimate cute fuzzy thing, Jack Black, right? I mean,
well, if you ask my wife, it was Momo.
That's true. Momo and the pink tassel jacket. But yeah,
I'm like,
no,
kind of an extension of Fast and the Furious Momo.
This is true. Definitely they're chasing Minecraft. I think Stitch is $1 billion worldwide.
We'll see. That's a big number these days. Yeah. That is a big number.
Yeah, but Asia will eat that shit up.
I mean, how many movies have actually hit that level post-pandemic?
Maverick.
That's the only one I can.
There was another one. Black Panther didn't.
Nope. Has Minecraft got there?
I think it topped at like 740.
I mean, it has been slim pickings once you got post-pandemic.
It has been. I think Stitch does it because, again, like the United States movie market doesn't make up for all of it. China, Japan, big parts of it. They love the little blue bastard.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a huge part of it. Obviously.
No, I mean, they did Stitch correctly. From what we've seen so far, he looks amazing.
Yeah, it's not an early Sonic situation or nothing. So
nope.
The voice is the same voice and everything. So yeah. So I mean, I'm all in. I'm going to go see it. So, but that will do well. I think How to Train Your Dragon is going to do extremely well. Even that one's like a little more recent to be getting a live action.
Yeah.
At least, like Stitch is like 25 years old now. So.
Jesus. Well, yet Inside Out 2, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay, yeah, Spider-Man. I forget there was a Spider-Man since the pandemic.
It's like an Avatar. Did too, but I never saw it.
Fuck Avatar. I hate those movies.
That was 2022. I'm just looking at a list here of ones that have come out since.
I'm just commenting.
Barbie.
Oh, yes, Barbie. And
Barbie did 1.4.
Oppenheimer made like 890 or something like that, right? They were right there.
1.4. Super Mario Brothers.
Yes.
Billion.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we forgot about Deadpool and Wolverine too.
Okay, so
there's been a handful of them.
Yeah.
It's your bigger Avatar still breaks my head.
Those movies are so fucking horrible.
I don't get.
I mean, the best thing to come out of Avatar is the pretzel.
Yes. Moana 2. Barely cracked.
Yeah.
And you know what? We still haven't seen that.
Oh, I liked it. It was
I'm predisposed to like that movie. I love the first one.
Yeah.
But we just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah, I think that was more just like it was something like that everyone could agree on. That's to take the kids to go see in the no controversy, nothing like that. I mean, Inside Out 2 was too, but some people weren't ready to take their kids for the mature themes of going through growing up and stuff like that.
Inside Out 2 is
killer,
gut wrenching.
Having
a teenage daughter, the whole thing just bugged shit out of me.
Yeah, no, was a little bit much. Great movie though. So yeah, but I mean, I think you're gonna get a couple billions. I think you're gonna get Stitch. I think you're gonna get. I think How to Train Your Dragon might come close. I don't know if it's going to crack it just because it's so close to the animated ones. It's time-wise.
It's so hard too to hit that number. You need repeat viewing.
Yeah, and you need the Asian market to come correct.
When you're going now and you're trying to take a family of just the three of us, it's $100 easy. when you're dropping 50 or 60 on tickets, then you start buying food and everything. It's at least $100.
Fucking bonkers. It's bonkers, man.
It starts getting a little crazy where you can't be taking the kids again and again and again.
No, I actually don't do full friggin' popcorns and drinks anymore every movie either.
That's sad. I've been doing like the mediums.
I know. I'm getting small. I think like Thunderbolts, I had birthday popcorn. So where's I got a popcorn?
I'm literally using points for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I have in rewards?
Yeah.
I can upgrade the small to a medium. All right.
And the other thing too is like, I'm sure as fuck not buying all the plastic crap that like the popcorn buckets and shit.
No, that's the crazy thing. You saw this big push in all these series, AMC, all of them doing the popcorn buckets.
Dude, and then Stitch has 35 different ones.
I'm fighting against ordering the Jaws one.
Yeah.
For the 50th.
You're going to get
Looks cool. So I probably will. That'll be the one. But going into Regal for Thunderbolts, there was giant tables of all the merch from the recent movies. Loungefly backpacks and Red Hulk.
Yeah, they're hot topics.
And
it
looks like a hot topic.
If that's what they need to do to stay around, I'll try to donate when I can, but I'm not doing it.
Buy one, get one free kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like they were just trying to get rid of shit at this point.
Yeah. Especially that Regal, it's a slow one. So
yeah,
they're probably sending the same boxes as everyone else, and they just don't.
Oh my god, there's not a whole hell of a lot there.
But then, like when we were in Boston, the AMC in Boston had none of that shit left.
Yeah, they were pretty much wiped out. They had the Thunderbolt car. You could have gotten that.
Came out. But that thing was like $45 for a pop. Like who the fuck wants a tin limo to eat popcorn out of?
Where the hell are you putting all this shit? That's my question.
Like I have a couple that like I was handy when I was doing like screenings and stuff like that. Like I got the big Deadpool Wolverine bucket and I use it as a trash can. So.
You know, I realized after the fact, like, well, especially when we moved, we were buying all this stuff and it was all in storage. They were like stacked up on a shelf in the garage.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple where it's like either I was handed it or it was like $1 more to get it. I'll grab it just to have it at the house. Then I just threw them all away.
It'll have to be something. I'll probably get the Jaws and stick it on the machine over there.
Jaws,
and then go with the theme. But
yeah, I mean, I might get a giant ballerina tin bucket so I can say I ate out of Anna de Armas one night. That didn't come off right. I didn't mean to say it.
Wow, that was dirty as hell. Do you think Tom allows that?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. No. Because in addition to Mission Impossible, he also picked that up.
Yeah, so he won the summer regardless, right?
He wins every summer.
He does. Fuck him.
Did you see him on the red carpet? He had the New York premiere.
No, I didn't.
God bless this man. They're having a drone spin around him as he's doing his photo ops and stuff like that.
Of course.
And he's playing to the drone as it's going, then catches the breeze perfectly as the hair flips when he's back full frontal for his picture.
And it's probably a slow-mo button on that motherfucker.
It's like, it wasn't even slow-mo, but the hair just a little bit. It just dropped back into place. I'm like, good Lord, you couldn't have planned that any better. The man just oozes movie star, all 5'2" of him.
Movie star in my pocket.
God bless him.
Yeah. But summer movie season's coming. So are we going to try to go see Stitch Friday night or is that?
That was the plan.
Okay,
I should have Harley scheduled Wednesday. So
okay, so let me know. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we'll figure that out. And then
nail that one.
I know we have Jaws on Monday.
We do. This is the summer of Jaws for me. So on top of all this other stuff, I'm predisposed to love Superman. Jaws 50th is...
That's your movie.
That's big for me.
That's your movie.
So there's going to be a lot of Jaws viewing over the course. Heather and I went to the Pops 2 weeks ago.
On the Cape?
No, they did it at Symphony Hall.
Oh,
They did a live screening of Jaws with the BSO playing the entire Williams score.
Aren't they doing one this summer like on Martha's Vineyard?
They have a whole 50th anniversary festival. There's a museum down there that's opening up. There's going to be tours down at Chappaquiddick, the whole thing. But yes, they are doing a screening. Alamo... We are going to the Alamo show. They're doing a Jaws 50th party on the 26th.
My first Alamo.
And then you've never gone to
Never
Alamo?
been to an Alamo. Nope, never had the pleasure. I am fucking jazzed.
I got to wear a raincoat. This could get messy. It's an Alamo, I believe, is the sponsor for the roadshow. That's going to be showing Jaws on the beach on Martha's Vineyard on July something. It's right around the anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
I take it you're probably going to wear the Greetings from Amity Jaws shirt to the screening on Monday?
Probably.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll wear something else.
I'll wear one. I got 4. And you know what? I went back to buy more.
Oh, did you?
And I was pissed because I had it in my cart when we were at the Symphony.
Yeah.
Heather wasn't sure what size she wanted by the time, and the signal sucked in Symphony Hall.
Yeah.
By the time I got outside, the last XL of the beaches will be open. Basically the mayor's jacket with the anchors on it. I'm like, you know what? I should have bought that one too.
Yeah.
Had it in the car. I'm like, you want one? She's like, oh, I think I want that same one. I'm just trying to figure it out. I went to check out. Mine was gone. I could still get hers.
I'll email Islands and ask if they're gonna have it.
That one's
okay. I'll
pretty sweet.
I'll keep an eye out for one for you. An extra
I will
large?
wear one of them. Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out.
But I have 3 or 4, so I can always wear a different one.
I have 3 Jaws. I might go full Jaws tux.
My first Roosevelt ever was a Jaws one that I bought at
One
Universal.
at Universal? Yeah, that's the one I can't get. I don't think they even made that my size. I can't get. I want that shirt so bad.
They happen to have that in one of the little stores down by the Mummy Ride, and I snagged that one.
I want that fucking thing so bad.
And that got worn on the cruise last year. That gets worn all over the place.
I do have a Jaws with a matching pair of Jaws shorts. Man, I'll rock that. And just like a complete fucking fool because it's kind of.
I have no idea what this is going to be. It's a Jaws party.
It's fucking.
They're supposed to be like party favors and this interactive shit.
I might as well dress like a schmuck then, right?
It's so good. So good.
Let's fucking go. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So again, and of course, some of our movies need trailers, right? So we had a double scoop of superhero trailer greatness.
A big week. Yeah.
It was. Actually, I shouldn't say it's double scoop of greatness. So,
need to clap. Help.
Yeah. No shit. Me and him are gonna have words because he laps his shit. I don't get it. So anyway, we've had teasers for Superman. So everyone doesn't know there's a new Superman coming out this summer. It's not Henry Cavill, much to, single 45-old women chagrin everywhere. But we have a new Superman. It's David Cornsweet. Is this how you pronounce his name?
Something close to that. Yeah.
The new guy.
I will butcher his name.
That's fine. This is James Gunn's new Superman movie, and we've had teasers. So we've had a couple different teasers, mainly showing off the dog, right? You knew Superman was in it.
Crypto was the star of the first teaser.
Crypto was the star. Sure. And you knew the other players. You knew that you were getting other DC characters in it because the casting news and stuff. But this is all based off a comic book series by Grant Morrison called All-Star Superman. Which, if you haven't read a Grant Morrison comic, I get it. Everyone has. They're great, but they're very much in their own little bubble.
Very much.
No connective tissue.
It's not your...
And they are kind of quirky. He kind of does some goofy shit.
He does his own stuff.
He doesn't give a shit. So, about what happened 10 years ago, if it doesn't match, he doesn't care. He does his own thing, which in a way, what makes him such a great writer. There's
nothing tethering him to.
Exactly.
He takes a clean take on the character.
Clean take, yep. And this Superman movie reflects that in a bunch of ways. So we got the first full-blown trailer. Mm-hmm. And there was pleasant surprises in that. So the first big surprise is it starts off where Clark and Lois are in the apartment and he's letting her interview him as Superman, a nod to the Christopher Reeve's 1977 movie. But in this case, they're starting off hot. They're not doing any origin because you should know Superman comes from space. This is not.
I like that piece of it. He's not there's not going to be any more in this incarnation of the DCU. We're not going to Crime Alley. We're not like all these characters. It's like, the big three.
Yeah.
You know all the players. There's no need to.
And she knows that Clark is Superman.
Yes.
So
you're coming into the relationship where they're already together. She knows.
Pair of plastic Xanny frames did not deter one of the greatest reporters in America to realize that her boyfriend is Superman, or what he probably does to her on a nightly basis.
Yeah, it's probably part of it,
like Jessica Jones type shit. But so that starts off, and unlike other Superman movies, and it's nothing against Cavill, nothing against Christopher Reeve, really, because it's just how it was written. Because back in those days, like Superman was very like monotone, right? He gets fucking heated in this trailer talking to her.
It's interesting. You watch him, you can see him vacillating between Clark and the Superman voice.
Yeah.
My favorite part of it in the beginning is when she's asking him about the interview. He's clearly talking to her as Clark.
Miss Lane.
In his normal voice. And then immediately
Miss Lane.
Miss Lane.
And that for me, that was like, oh, that's a little Christopher. That was Christopher.
He sat up in the chair just a hair. Voice got deeper.
The shoulders come forward. To me, it's always Christopher Reeve, though.
The reveal is never going to be as good as it was with Christopher Reeve. No. The slightly slouched over, like the shoulders down. Just the fact that he could stand up straight and flip the voice. And, it's clearly a different person.
Yeah. 100%. That's not the same guy. So we're going to have some real personality, I think, in this room, which is great. Mm-hmm. Also, you get the bevy of giant, weird monster bad guys in this thing.
Kaiju that he's fighting. You get all kinds of stuff.
Giant robot things that shoot. So eye lasers. I'll get to that in a second with the theory things. You get a shot of the first power ring action in the new DCU. Guy Gardner with some power ring action.
I meant to ask you about that. Did you have did you bump into the fact that, whatever he's conjuring up isn't coming directly from the ring?
Yeah. I wonder how,
I was watching that. I'm like, oh, that's going to piss TJ off.
Yeah, it depends. And maybe if they're just, maybe for some reason they hid the beam, because sometimes they do hide certain parts of visual effects for trailers. Yeah. Maybe I'll wait. But then again, if Guy Gardner's just doing something nefarious with his power ring, that's cool, because Guy Gardner is a complete piece of shit. So that's who Nathan Fillion's playing. It's a Green Lantern called Guy Gardner. For anyone who's like, oh, it's like the Green Lantern. It's not the same Green Lantern that Ryan Reynolds played. It's not Hal Jordan. It's a different guy. It's a totally different character.
It's Ishmael from Kingpin. Got himself a power.
Yes. He is the most loathed Green Lantern in the history of the Green Lantern Corps.
He's got the Ishmael bowl cut going on. He has the bowl cut. It's brutal.
And also, so you get Mr. Terrific, the T-Spheres.
Looks amazing.
Looked amazing. Hawkgirl looked great. I think Hawkgirl is actually the girl who played Dora the Explorer.
Really?
I think so. I think it's live action Dora the Explorer.
Now I gotta go look.
Yeah. But everyone who bitches about their costumes, they work for Maxwell Ward. Maxwell Ward is being played by Sean Gunn, Kurt from Gilmore Girls in this one.
Who's also going to be appearing as Maxwell Ward in Peacemaker.
So Maxwell Ward, in case anyone doesn't know, he is the same bad guy that Pedro Pascal played in Wonder Woman 84.
Pedro's a little busy right now, so.
A little bit. Yeah. I will add, the one movie he actually shaved the fucking mustache for, but we'll get to that in another episode. Because I was going to tweak my fucking ass all summer. But
he doesn't. You get him as he is for every single movie.
Frustrating as fuck. But yeah, so, and then you get the Lex Luthor crashing the Fortress of Solitude. Is it?
She was Dora the Explorer.
She was Dora the fucking Explorer. Yeah, buddy, let's go.
Yeah, she was.
So you get Lex crashing the Fortress of Solitude, which again happens in the Richard Donner Shipman movies. Mm-hmm. That's happened in the books too, but everything goes back to Christopher Reeve with these movies.
He's never going to be Hackman though.
No, he's never going to be. Nah. Although I think,
he's playing a menacing Lex.
Yeah. So Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor was like golden age Lex Luthor.
Very much so.
So Lex Luthor's gotten a little more backbone over the years.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be able to beat Rosenbaum, but I think he's going to be up there.
This is going to be diabolical. This is more President Luthor.
I think they say the president. I don't know if I don't know if that's like a red herring that maybe Lex isn't president.
There was a couple things they said about like
the Secretary of White suit.
Yeah, they were talking like Secretary of Defense,
which is
when
Grillo,
they're showing Flag Senior, but I don't know if he's Secretary of Defense, because then you see him arresting Superman.
Yeah.
Later in the trailer.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, which I do appreciate, but keep me guessing, please.
I think they threw a few little red herrings. Yeah. Just kind of mixed up the audio a little bit.
Yeah.
With some of the visuals they were.
You do get a scene of Superman basically being captured, I'm guessing, by Lex Luthor.
Yes, and you see the shot of him getting his face mashed into the ground.
Yep. And then you see, so there's a character called Metamorpho. Who's a weird character, been around, but he's been around since like the early days. He's old school DC.
He was around a long, long time before. I mean, my introduction to him came much later, Batman and the Outsiders.
Yeah.
He was one of the founding members.
Like the 40s though.
There, yeah.
So his power set is basically he can synthesize
the elemental man.
He's the
turn into any element.
So why is he there? Well, because Lex Luthor has him captured and he's basically creating kryptonite. He's metabolizing kryptonite for Lex Luthor.
That makes sense.
And that's how you're getting these giant robots that can hurt him and all that stuff. There's getting a kryptonite.
You get shots of Stag Industries in here.
Yeah.
They're basically hitting them on a bunch of the tentpole.
They're doing some big world building.
Big bad businessmen that show up in the DCU.
Yes, which is important because they kind of drive a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, certainly.
Speaking of big bads, there's a character called the Engineer, which is the girl character in there. And there's a crazy shot where this one's going to hurt, even though I know it's coming because I've read also Superman. I've seen the anime and everything like that. Superman has like these robots to help him. Like basically they're like his butlers in the Fortress of Solitude. And she starts taking him out.
They're the ones that, in the original teaser trailer, get him under and they have the sunlight.
Yeah, solar blast him. Yeah. Yeah. One of them is Alan Tudyk, by the way, because Alan Tudyk has the voice of every robot. Everything. Another gun buddy. So yes, and then Crypto comes up and just fucking levels her. I'm so for Crypto. I love Crypto.
He drew blood.
Yeah,
it was a nice shot.
Fucking decked her. And then there's this other character. They're calling him the character Ulysses, which is a DC character around the same time. We'll get to that in a second. I think I know what it actually is. But yeah, and you notice like there's all these little things that like something is going to happen that didn't happen in All-Star Superman book proper, even though it is like the basis for it. The robot that can shoot the I-beams, the Ulysses character. My hunch is, in case anyone cares, which I know you don't, but I don't care you're getting it. The Ulysses character is either one of two things. It's so they put the U on his chest like Ultraman.
Yes, you see the Ultraman logo like when he's being Superman's being arrested.
Which everyone doesn't know, Ultraman is evil Superman from a different multiverse. They're in DC, one of the multiverses. There's a bad guy Justice League called the Crime Syndicate, and their Superman's called Ultraman.
Yeah,
and in one
you have
book,
a version of each of the characters.
Yeah, and in one like story, like Ultraman was actually Lex Luthor or something like that. And they've done all kinds of crazy shit, right? Ulysses with the U on his chest. It's not Ultraman, but my guess is they're doing some genetic stuff on Superman, kind of like Superman 4 with the freaking hair and shit like that. The Ulysses is one of two things. Either it's Metallo because they can metastasize the kryptonite or whatever, or it's a clone of Superman that can kind of go toe to Superman, but...
You're talking like a Connor?
Nope. I'm thinking another way. But something's going to happen where they didn't do something right and cells are going to start to break down and it's going to turn into Bizarro.
I mean, I'd love to see Bizarro.
I fucking love Bizarro. And I would love to get to the point where we're getting sequels and Bizarro's around, but he's like, because Bizarro's like a bad guy, but he's not really.
But he's never really trying to do bad. He's usually doing bad because he's attempting to do good.
Because he always thinks he's Superman, but he's
fucking
not.
backwards.
He can't realize he's not Superman.
Yeah, I don't.
So yeah, so I think it's either Metallo or Superman. I think that maybe this big robot he fights in the beginning, which they have the name of it in the paper still. It's like the hammer of whatever the fictional country is that he saves the war from.
Yes.
So I'm guessing Lex sends that robot in. That's their first shot at making something. They send the robot in just to kind of like, basically, take him out of public favor. Yeah. So maybe that's the first crack at it. The second crack at the robot is Ulysses, and it ends up being Metallo. That could be kind of fucking cool. Or Bizarro, which would be chef's kiss.
I've seen some rumors online, too, that they think it could be Kara in the suit. That's how you're going to backdoor Supergirl into...
Oh.
Playing off the whole storyline that she's been captured in the lab this whole time.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
You could go back to the cartoons too, where you remember, I'm looking at your screen because I'm seeing Power Girl.
Oh, yeah.
On the screen when they cloned Kara and they were sharing memories.
Yeah. Nah, don't do that. Just when you're going to do Power Girl live action, just do it proper, please.
It's, Supergirl's going to be in there somewhere. They're filming as we speak.
Yeah, it's almost done.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's going to be in there.
I forget, just know how. In Women of Tomorrow, I forget where, did they retcon her startup or did they, I forget
It's been a while since I read that one. I'd have to go back.
I mean, I've only seen summaries of it because I could never get my hands on number one and I was not paying the price to go back to crack it and read it. So
no, easiest way to do it these days is going through like a comic.
Get the app or something.
Yeah. Get the app and just read it there. Because they cycle through all these where they'll just include it with your monthly. So a lot of those older ones. I've gone back and done that.
Maybe they'll throw it back in with HBO Max when you sign up for HBO Max for the ninth time.
Is that? It's back to HBO. It's
back
HBO
to
Max
HBO Max
now.
Yep. I still want my Titans out of miss, you pricks.
They just keep making shit up.
I know. So anyway, long story short, as excited as I was for Superman, I'm super excited now because I just think this movie it's gonna have everything.
It's very much a James Gunn.
Oh, such a James Gunn
superhero movie. Like you're starting out. This whole trailer is leaning into humanity questioning Superman for saving them.
Yeah.
It's including his own girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, did you consider consequences?
And it's kind of like in that society these days, no one's ever fucking happy with anything. Everyone's a fucking pain in the ass.
No, that he took it. He's like, no, I'm fucking saving lives.
Yeah. Exactly.
Literally. No, I didn't ask permission.
Yeah.
Nobody asked me to go.
No.
I was just saving people.
Yeah. Everyone can do whatever they want except for Superman, obviously. So
it's at the core of the character.
Yeah. So yeah. So did this trailer heighten your excitement? Did it stay the same?
It probably stayed the same. I was pretty jacked for this.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I mean, I can't wait for it to get here.
I know.
As soon as I started seeing like the little clips of them rumoring Prime screenings a week early.
Yeah. And then
we'll see if we can see one of those.
And this is going to sound silly to get excited about this, but you got more beats of the score with the John Williams theme in it.
Yeah, you had more little snippets in there. Yeah,
that's my.
You can't do Superman without it.
You can't. That's the one thing Man of Steel was hurting on.
in any of those classics, it'd be like trying to, and it got heightened going to see Jaws the other night, right?
Yeah.
You realize how much the Williams score is integral to any of those movies that he did.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Any of those larger ones, you don't get an indie without. It's It changes the fabric of the movie.
It does. It does. So yeah. So I'm super excited for it. I mean, just give me all these freaking DC movies now. Like, let's go. Like, just, I mean, the fact that we don't have a Batman casting announcement yet is pretty crazy.
You might be losing the second Pattinson.
Yeah, they just don't want to deal with it, I don't think.
The scheduling's all off. Pattinson's off doing other things right now.
That's cool.
Reeves doesn't seem to be pushing it. So.
I mean, and you're doing a Clayface show that's not going to be part of that universe, it's going to be part of the James Gunn universe. So just, you know what? I mean, is just end it. It was a one-off, whatever. It made it $700 million.
It said it was going to be also. I mean, it was crazy successful for what it was. So
yeah, it wasn't horrible. The Riddler sucked, but
it gave you the Penguin series, which was awesome.
Yeah, no, that was the best thing to come out of it. I did love that take on the Penguin. Yeah, but no, just I don't know, just bring it all on. I just can't wait to start flushing this stuff out. I'm so excited. I mean, and the other two is like I keep saying it too. The thing with this too is the way this movie looks, and not like visually, just like the way that they're pulling from all the weird stuff, gives me such hope that within the next 10 years, we're going to get a JL Dark movie and we're going to get New Gods.
You're definitely planting the seeds. The door is open for all of those properties.
I like a Mr. Miracle and Barda movie would be amazing.
I think you're going to revisit the Titans too.
Oh, you're getting live action Titan movies.
No question.
And those are my guys. So, but yeah, and if Reeves wants to come back, Reeves is still pushing for Constantine 2. That's cool. Make Reeves your Constantine. As much as I love Matt Smith as the character,
Matt was amazing. I mean, he just fit the role.
I mean, he would be the smart play, just age and whatever wise. But again, if you do that, just give me that and just make sure Etrigan's around. I don't care. So, but yeah,
Keanu's got enough stuff going on.
Yeah, he's got 100 John Wick movies and cartoons to do. But yeah, so like I said, it's only the first one. It's only a trailer, but there's hope. There's hope in DC world.
It's trust in James.
There is.
He hasn't screwed you yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of how weird the property is. Yeah.
So, and while we have all the trust and hope in DC, I'll tell you one thing I don't have a lot of trust and hope for is Marvel. So Marvel was counter-programming to the big Superman trailer, which was, by the way, Superman, I think, was viewed like 4 gazillion times in the first 48 hours. I mean, I think they broke the 4 million.
Massive numbers.
Massive numbers. I mean, you go on whatever YouTube reactions aside, which we didn't do because I don't know how to do that yet. I'm gonna learn how to do like the split screen stuff, but you had people crying. I mean, Superman means a lot to a lot of people. He's the original superhero. He's the OG. He's the Boy Scout.
Superman's trailer outpaced the Fantastic Four trailer in just 2 days.
Okay, there you go.
In the first 2 days, the Superman trailer garnered just under 20 million views.
That's stupid numbers.
And Fantastic Four hasn't hit that number in a month.
Yeah, and we'll get to Fantastic Four in about a month because I have...
Yeah, there's no need to tie. I mean...
Not yet.
We've gotten teasers after Thunderbolts and stuff like that, but...
But anyway, but Marvel did drop the trailer for Ironheart. What is Ironheart, you might ask? Is that Robert Downey Jr.? No. That is Riri Williams, who's the girl from Wakanda Forever. That Black Panther movie that had a Black Panther in it. Which I get it. It wasn't their fault. I get it. It was horrible, but
she is the Black Panther in the comics. She does become.
Yeah, they wrote the books like that because they needed to make it match the movie.
No, I had her first appearance as Black Panther from years and years ago, but that's in your Marvel Knights.
Oh, okay. Well, they did because they took her. They did that Shuri book right when
they did launch one.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But yeah, they were pulling from Quesada Palmiotti
okay.
runs of Marvel.
I don't believe it, but I mean, I understand like it's on paper factual, but I don't think that was their intention. But anyway, so it's the girl who went to MIT who is just as smart as Tony Stark and can make all the stuff Tony Stark can make and yada yada yada. So it's do I sound bitter?
A little bitter, yeah.
So this character does fuck all for me personally. This is
going to be another Miss Marvel. This is for
it is, but at least Miss Marvel is like
subset.
At least Miss Marvel is like a different power set. It's a completely different character. It's not just like, hey, we're gonna make we need a girl Iron Man, quote unquote.
Girls can be geniuses too. They don't have to
course
be
they
all white
can.
men.
Of course they can, but why do they have to make an Iron Man suit? Why can't they make a suit that looks totally different, or make armor that's something else, or make a different kind of weapon? Or
Because originality doesn't sell.
okay, there we go. Fair. Okay,
That's at the heart of it,
that's
right?
that's what I
So
want to hear.
you have somebody that was at MIT working off the Stark grants that we saw Tony on stage right in Civil War. He established all of this. So she's kind of under the Stark umbrella. And now they're bringing the dude from Hamilton's in as the big bad. But it's going to be weird. It's as an outside benefactor that's pulling the strings and using her. So I'm curious how they stick the landing here.
Who's a big rich guy from Marvel besides Tony? Hammer?
Hammer's definitely big rich guy. You don't have a ton. It's not like DC, where there's like all these titans of industry.
Yeah, what about rich guys in DC Comics?
No, the rich guys tend to all kind of swim in Tony's pool. They're all in that world. Hammer, Stain just stole Stark's fortune.
Yeah, that's true.
At one point.
Better not be Victor Von Doom.
No, this guy is entirely different.
No, the rich guy.
This is a different guy. It's one of the stars of Hamilton.
Well, the bad guy is.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean he's the rich guy?
It seems like from the trailer, this is what I'm gleaning from, he seems like the benefactor that's paying for her research and everything like that, and then somehow turns.
Or someone's paying for him.
Yeah, it could be. It could be something.
So it's a new Disney Plus show. So I'm just not excited about it. I mean, I thought Wakanda Forever sucked. I thought they'd ruined more. I do not care about the Riri character, which I get it. It's not for me, which is fine. Yeah. It's fine. The bad guy in this is a character called the Hood, who is about as dog shit of a comic book villain as you can get. He's basically like, I mean, you might as well have had her fight the Phantom.
They spent money. I mean, Anthony Ramos is a name at this point.
No. I mean, to me, this is like Marvel's The Acolyte, basically. This just looks horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, but hey, if you're like a 17-year-old girl and you want to watch it, knock yourself out. That's cool. It's all for you, but I just don't care, personally.
I can tell you, not everything's for everyone.
Oh, no, 100%. I do understand.
There's a subset that don't care about little blue aliens. Then won't go to see that one. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck people. No. I hope this is
counter-programming.
I mean, I hope this is kind of Elseworldy. I hope they're not going to try to freaking drag her into this doomsday bullshit.
Oh, I think she's in. No, of course. She's not. There is no Elseworld.
No, I know. It's just,
and she's canon in Marvel.
No, it's again, I guess I've just fallen off the Marvel train at this point in time.
Oh my God. I so want it to be popular just because I have so many of her first appearance that I'm all good.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Let it go. I mean, see if we can make a few bucks off it.
I mean, it wouldn't have peaked her in Wakanda?
No, it was all kind of building towards her own series. You got the little
covers and stuff. She's getting accident covers and
and there is the whole passing of the torch when they first introduced her.
Oh yeah, in the books, I do remember.
They were making a big push.
Yeah,
trying to bring in the female readers.
Yeah, no one cared.
The sad state of the comic industry is nobody cares about any of it if it's not has Absolute in front of it. And really only a couple of those.
That's fair, yeah. Yeah, they did too many of them.
The numbers are just low across the board.
Yeah.
And the industry really needs one of these to hit.
Yeah.
Ideally both. So
I think Superman is gonna hit. I just think it's more, especially as like, the way these movies hit, we talk about with Avengers stuff. It's Avengers. Why did Avengers make $2 billion? It's because Aunt Claire and Uncle Jack went to go see it too.
To see it. I mean,
Superman is way more well known and palatable than the Fantastic Four.
Oh, most definitely. There's not
more than Ironheart, even though it's not a theatrical run thing. But
everybody knows Superman and Luthor. Yeah, they know who Lois Lane is. It's
exactly. And I think the fact that you have him looking a little bit more Christopher Reeve than Cavill did, it doesn't look all dark and Zack Snyder-ish, I think is going to help a lot too.
A little bit, yeah. The Kent Farm underwent a change.
The scene with Mock Guy's like, I wash your boots, so people get him real quick.
It's a nice touch. You'd see him in bed, clearly suffering from kryptonite poisoning. You can see the dark lines of his veins in the face. So yeah, it's going to be, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, so like I said, I'm not trying to just sit here and just like, I guess I'm sitting here just shitting on Ironheart, but
a little bit.
To me, I don't care. This whole like doomsday thing, I don't know why I'm so tweaked about it.
It's doomsday
Makes such a
calling
bitter
desperation.
little fat man, but
It's
it's so desperate. It's such desperation. I mean, I do have the fact that like, and here's the other thing about doomsday, right? Oh, we'll get to our last part of it, but you have people in this doomsday movie that are not used to being in these Marvel movies. I mean, they're in comic movies, but they weren't in the MCU movies. So they're not used to like, hey, keep your goddamn mouth shut when you go out and about. And Alan Cummings kind of let some stuff slip. He was out doing stunts where him and like Ian McKellen and friggin' Cyclops were fighting like the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four, basically. So they're gonna do the Doomsday movie, quote unquote, is basically just gonna be X-Men versus Avenger, which is one of the stupidest fucking comic books I've ever read in my life. It's atrocious. So
a tough read.
It's so fucking bad.
It's a tough read.
It's so bad. It's almost like
I didn't love the art. I didn't love the story.
oh my god, it was horrible.
You really didn't need to do any of it.
And it sounds like they're gonna like grab pieces of that and then grab pieces of like the third iteration of Secret Wars with God Emperor Doom, and like they're gonna do that whole like what if thing. And
I'm honestly hoping there's giant chunks of the X-Men that get taken out almost immediately to establish Doom as the big bad.
Oh, like just like they don't see their face, but
show him taking out Magneto or something
or he kills Storm off screen, kind of
something that. Oh, the casting rumor for Storm made me so happy.
We're not doing that.
Oh my god, it made me so happy just to know how much it would drive you crazy.
Yeah, no.
If she busts into song, so much better.
Well, I mean, again, you see all those. It's the same people who are saying keep saying that like Denzel Washington or Daniel Day-Lewis is going to play Magneto. It's like, look, Daniel Day-Lewis is retired, and if he unretires, it's not going to be to play a fucking comic book character. He appalls this shit.
He doesn't need the money.
He hates this shit anyway. He's not. He's way too much of an actor's actor to do that shit. And Denzel Washington's already been confirmed to be cast as a non-X-Men character in Black Panther 3.
Yeah, Denzel could have done one of these at any point. I don't understand. 15 years.
God, like, he doesn't. And, we bitch about the internet. I fucking hate the internet because like it's the same place that just run with the same stupid bullshit. Like one idiot makes a fucking like a GIF about it, and all of a sudden it's everywhere.
Denzel said he's just about done. He's doing a couple more movies and. He's checking out.
Yeah, he's doing some theater shit, I think.
He's doing Othello right now with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Othello, yeah. There you go. So
it's not a cheap ticket.
Yeah.
I heard it's not very good either, but.
Well, Othello's not very good either.
Yeah, it's a weird take on Othello.
Yeah, it's a weird fucking story.
But the two of them.
Yeah.
So
anyway. Well, that was our Superman Ironheart rant.
Yeah.
Superman Ironheart rant.
We'll save Ballerina for next week.
Yeah. So we had some sports that happened. So we don't do a ton of sports stuff, but this one's kind of goes into like all the pop culture stuff we talk about. So, of course, as we know, the Celtics are out of the playoffs. The Celtics suffered. So you had been saying it all along. Just get me to the playoffs healthy, and they walked into the playoffs about as unhealthy as a team could get.
They were a mash unit.
You had Holiday's hamstrings were gone.
Yeah, he blew out one of the hamstrings. He came back to play.
Yeah, JB had a torn meniscus. Mm-hmm. Depending on all the internet doctors read, either Porzingis either had mononucleosis, AIDS, or
the AIDS rumors just broke my head. This is the same guy that they said the AIDS rumors about. A game after, his head literally split like a watermelon. Yeah. And was bleeding all over the place. And they just put a giant oversized Band-Aid on his gourd and stuck it back in. I've heard, so that kind of takes that out of play.
I've heard Porzingis has leukemia. Which pisses me off because I like people to don't throw that fucking word around. That really traps my ass.
I think it's probably more of a mono long COVID kind of thing because long COVID has the same thing where you can feel great for a couple days and then you're just knocked on your ass.
Yeah, and then the golden goose blows his fucking Achilles out
because of Butterfingers and his fucking torn meniscus.
Yep. So it went bad. Pacers in 6, but
the Pacers are going to be a tough out for those guys.
Yeah.
The injuries aren't the reason we lost the series. If you don't blow the first 2 games like assholes.
Yeah, no.
Just don't blow one of them.
Things should have been over anyway. Like,
just don't blow one of them and it changes the tenor of the rest of those games, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no, they I mean, we've talked offline.
Game 2 was egregious.
Yeah. But, so Celtics season's over. It's horrible. It's always bad to lose in the playoffs, but unlike the Toronto Maple Leafs, we've won 2 dozen championships in the last 20 years.
Yeah, unless there's a parade, end of the season always sucks.
But again, it could be worse. We could be Maple Leafs fans because that was just fucking atrocious.
We could be New York fans. Yeah. They haven't won in 14 years.
They almost burned the city down because they won a fucking playoff series.
Little shout out though. whoever the moron was that climbed the billboard in a pair of slides.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to, I don't know how you did that drunk. Like I couldn't do it sober in a pair of slides.
Well, Spider-Man does live in New York, so maybe it was Spider-Man.
This guy's in a tank top and a pair of flip-flops, sitting on top of an electric billboard. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm as impressed as I am appalled.
Yeah. Hopefully they're all in for a rough couple of days in a week and a half. So,
hey, they have 8 teams and they haven't won a title.
Yeah. Who do you want to see win the 4 that are left?
Out of the 4 that are left, if I had to rank them, I'd probably go Pacers, OKC, Minnesota, New York.
Okay, I want Minnesota to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just because I think Ant is just a Doberman, man. I just love that kid. He's just a beast.
Yeah, he reminds me of a lot of other guys that have been able to do it and can never actually win.
Oh, yeah, no fair.
We'll see. You can shut him down. My problem with Ant is when it starts going bad, he has too many games that he just takes.
Turtles.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden it's like, it was game 3. How did you have 9 points?
Yeah.
Oh, now you want to play. Okay.
Yeah, no, fair.
I got it.
That's just who I mean.
I like Indiana's team.
Yeah, they have a good team.
You have 3 teams in the Final Four that have never won a title.
Yeah. And all of these players have there's not a player left in the playoffs who's won a title.
No, it's OKC scares the hell out of me. And I was saying that all season. Even if we get there,
they got a lot. They have a lot of horses.
A lot of horses, and they should be around for the next 10 years. They have so many picks to be. These guys get too expensive.
Yeah,
they trade them per pick and just replenish.
Exactly.
So
basketball season is basically over for us. But another basketball
except
season,
for the gambling.
This is true. Watch the gambling.
Which ties directly into your next story.
It does. So I'm not going to, we talked about basketball is my 3rd or 4th sport, basically, right? Probably 4th. Not going to lie. But I am of the vast majority of people who are just become fascinated, not with the entire WNBA product, but there's one particular facet of the WNBA. And that's the whole Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing. And just the fact that the WNBA finally has a larger than life star that people outside of the sport care about. And they continue to try to burn this poor girl to the fucking ground for no reason.
There's a segment that tries to. She's more popular than the league itself.
She is. So
there's a segment of talking heads that want to make this more of a racial play.
Yep.
When it's just not.
It's not.
One of them is just better than the other.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And we'll get to that. So I'm just saying Angel Reese plays for the Chicago Sky, I think it is. And Caitlin Clark plays for the Indiana Fever. They played a bunch in college against each other and stuff like that. Because there
was a very famous when LSU beat them in the title game.
Yep.
Reese just being almost like a New York fan.
Oh yeah, basically, yeah. So
sorry guys.
Yeah. So there's a sequence in the game where Angel Reese pushes off one of the Indiana players, launches her.
2-hand shove.
2-hand shoves, and then Caitlin Clark slaps her on the wrist as she goes for the ball.
Worcester Academy is Aaliyah Boston, by the way. Just shout out.
Oh, yeah.
She came from town.
Woohoo. Hometown. Yep. And then Caitlin Clark goes for a steal and accidentally clips her on the wrist, and they call it a flagrant 1 on her. Yeah. And that basically sums up the entire thing. It's
it was a hard foul. Angel Reese embellished the shit out of it. My favorite part of it was ESPN finding a reverse angle to make it look like she threw Angel down, but I'm sorry, everybody saw the live action.
That's what I'm talking about.
Where they hit the wrist and she just dove.
It's crazy.
Right?
So, and it's funny. So to me, Angel Reese, right? So I obviously we watched all the women's college basketball Final Four, Sweet 16s are always great sports to watch. So I watch them, and LSU.
Yeah, they're often better than the boys.
Oh yeah, and LSU was always in there because they were pretty loaded. They had the girl Paige, whatever from.
Paige was on UConn.
Didn't she go to LSU?
Nope, she was at UConn. She went. Gino started recruiting her in 6th grade for graduation.
Oh, so they had one that looked just like her. Oh,
Haley Van With.
There we go.
Who's played at LSU, played at Louisville, played at LSU, and then transferred to TCU. Who now plays with Angel Reese on Chicago.
That's who it is. That's who it is. So it's it's so great.
In the swimsuit issue, by the way.
Oh, nice. So this Angel Reese, right? Here's the thing that bugs me about her. To me, and obviously I don't know her. Obviously she's a better athlete than I am. She's a better basketball player. Whatever.
Oh God, yeah.
Whatever.
Better than me.
I make more money every year though. No.
I have a funny story for that too.
So she is to me the epitome of this entire generation of fucking kids coming up, where she was told her whole life, "Oh, you're the best, and you're gonna go into the WNBA, and you're gonna be the face of the league." And then she gets in the face of the, she's not even like the fucking 10th best player in the fucking league.
Yeah, she came out the same time as Caitlin.
Yep. And she,
unfortunately, this is like Clyde Drexler playing in the NBA, and Clyde was the classiest person. So I'm not saying anything bad about him.
Yeah.
It's a talented player that happened to play in the time of Jordan.
Well, I saw a meme that was even put it in a worse like that. It was basically, it's like, this is like Andre Drummond being pissed off because he's not better than Steph Curry.
Yeah, something like that. She's fine for a power forward. She's not all of the marketing things that she thought she was going to get.
Yeah, no,
are going to the girl with the Nike contract.
She thought she was going to come in and be like the Instagram belle of the ball.
Why don't I have my own sneaker? Why don't I have this? Because your team sucks and you don't win.
And you're not. I mean, I was like, oh, she's going to set the rebounding record. I hope to God they I hope they change the rules where a rebound doesn't count if you're just picking up your own shot that you missed, because she has 15 rebounds every game. 12 are like self rebounds.
Somebody posted the most Angel Reese segment of all time. Missed layup, Angel Reese rebound. Missed layup,
like fucking
Angel Reese
Bambi
rebound.
on ice.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Missed floater, Angel Reese rebound.
And she's one of the ones too that's leading this whole like, we're going to hold out. And look, I hate to break it to you ladies.
The league doesn't make any money right now.
The WNBA is not going to be around in 10 years.
They will be.
They keep this shit up because
they're starting to. They're not.
Eventually, the NBA is going to want to not pay for it.
They're not going to strike. They're making money on their own. I was listening to the commissioner was on a podcast with Bill Simmons, just like last week.
By the way, the NBA commissioner who also torched fucking Caitlin Clark.
Who? Silver? What did he do?
No, the WNBA commissioner.
What did she say?
When Caitlin Clark became a Sportsman of the Year, well, it should just be everyone should be on it.
No.
It should be Sports Teams of the Year. It should be Sports League of the Year. No, it's Sportsman of the Year.
It's her.
She is. I think I texted you the other night. So here's the thing I love about Caitlin Clark, right? And it's not a color thing. It's not anything like that. I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of funny that the best player in the league is a straight girl, because it kind of cracks me up. 2
of your top 10 are going to be white point guards.
Yeah.
This year.
Well, now that didn't the Fever just got another free agent too from, I think she came from Phoenix, right? What the fuck's her name?
She's that was Harley's favorite player back in the day, Sophie Cunningham.
Yes. So they're like, why is she the number one selling jersey? Well, because she's on the most popular team and she's a fucking smoke show.
Harley
that's
has
why.
One of her Phoenix jerseys in her closet.
Yeah. She's smoking hot, and that's why guys are going to buy her jersey. Sorry, men are pretty shallow. We're not that hard to figure out.
Well, and now the league is trying to promote these women as, I hate to say it, sex symbols.
They are.
So you have your runways walking into the game. I mean, we see the guys walking into, and Tatum's in a pair of overalls.
And that's not Caitlin Clark's like bread and butter, obviously. Like
Sophie the other day was wearing a bra and panties.
Dude, she is
and like a lace dress with a jacket over.
Oh my God, she's hot.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. But I text you what kills me. So again, they try to make this rivalry. It's not. Angel Reese is not even in the same conversation as Caitlin Clark. To me, Caitlin Clark, I was saying, I want a DNA test, because I swear to God, Larry Bird was out drunk at a bar one night and met Caitlin Clark's mom, because she's got the shot. She talks shit. She just shows. It does not surprise me that she goes up. Okay, I'm gonna go left and put it in your fucking head.
Yeah, no, she is very much that kind of a trash talk. She's got a little KG.
She's girl Larry.
Most definitely.
Obviously, we love Larry around here. She even in that game, right? So, fucking Angel Reese was like, she scored 2 points, right? And she did this like stupid fucking move, and it was the most uncoordinated thing I've ever seen in my life. And she missed, and then she got the ball back. And she put up again, missed. It took like 4 tries to get the fucking ball in, right? And the reason, I swear to God, the reason one is because this girl's like 6'6" or whatever the hell it is, right? And she's that close to the hoop. And she turned around, starts talking shit to Caitlin Clark. She's like, what does Caitlin Clark do? Dribbles up 4 steps and puts like a 65 fucking foot 3-pointer in her fucking face.
Yeah, the one she drilled from like the side hash or whatever the hell it was. Yeah.
I was like, so that's how it's done.
Yeah. No, ESPN did a breakdown on this too. One of the talking heads, I think it was on First Take, when this whole thing started bubbling up before the season. And Reese was starting to complain that there should be equal. It's both of us. The league interest has
it's
grown.
Fucking not. Sorry.
They went through and they read the Chicago Sky's attendance, and it's like 6,000, 5,500, 4,800, 6,200, 17,500, like 4,300, blah, blah, 18,200. And like, okay, guess who they were playing for the 2 highest attendance game. Yeah, Indiana was in town.
There's Chicago.
Everybody wants to go see Caitlin. It's just this game, and that was genius to open the season with these two. I love the scheduling of it. Portnoy left New York after the Celtics and was sitting courtside for the Caitlin Clark in Caitlin Clark uniform. Jersey, shorts, the whole thing.
Well, granted, your daughter knows them all because your daughter's a basketball player, right?
She's big on all of it.
My daughter's a sports person too. My daughter played 3 varsity sports in high school.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter watches hockey religiously. She watches football. She watches sports. She knows who Caitlin Clark is, no problem. She has no fucking clue who Angel Reese is. None.
Yeah. We knew her just because Harley was already watching when LSU played Iowa in the finals, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And hated her then.
Yeah.
But that was more because she was... The Knicks and the Celtics hugged and shook hands and everything after the series, right? Like they're calling Tatum in the hospital, like the Knicks players and stuff like that.
No, the WNBA has a huge sportsmanship problem.
The LSU,
these chicks
they
are
all
petty as
targeted.
fuck. Oh, yeah.
They targeted the hell out of Caitlin last year. You need to watch a 5-minute reel of her just getting taken out.
And that's what I was talking about with the league trying to burn that. Last year, they let people beat the piss out of that program last year.
Say thank you for the fact that you're flying charter now.
Yeah. You used to take Greyhounds to games.
The sad thing is,
you had the bus from Major League too.
Like you're slowly starting to see the TV deals pick up. You're starting to see like FanDuel and some of these other groups come in and sponsor the league. So there is more money coming in. But just in this one game, Portnoy bet $25,000 on Caitlin to have a triple-double. She went back in and got the last rebound because the game was way out of reach. They won by like 40 or something like that.
Oh, they fucking smoked them.
In his one bet, he won more money than Paige Beckers is going to get in her first 4-year contract.
That's fucking hilarious.
He made $350,000 on the one bet.
I mean, the league doesn't generate positive revenue. The NBA subsidizes.
They're going to have to do something soon because these girls are making more money. Like Paige signed the deal with Unrivaled, the 3-on-3 for the offseason. Her first year salary there is more than the 4-year contract. She's making $350 there.
So I was just saying, I was like, people hate her now. Wait until the guys from like Abu Dhabi or whatever who like run Live said they want to do a women's basketball league, and they pay her $100 million, and Angel Reese doesn't get a phone call. What's
going to end up happening is that, or you're going to see that like the Saudi investment fund come in and just buy the WNBA or become a 49% owner, something along those lines.
Like that.
But they're funding everything.
But the whole thing it fascinates me. It's like, I mean,
I can tell you having gone to her games, and I don't know why she's like, you didn't see I never saw Angel Reese sign an autograph.
Oh yeah.
Never stopped for kids, never stopped for a picture.
She seems like kind of a bitch.
None of them. There were other ones.
Be like that.
Some of the guards for LSU, like there were other really good players that actually stopped and signed. She blew doors right back to the back. Caitlin, after having to be the key player in the game, the face of all the post-game interviews, doing all that, the national, the local, then stopped and signed for as many kids and took as many pictures as she could as she worked her way back to the locker room.
Yeah, it's so one of them understands what it means to be a professional athlete. One doesn't. One is the epitome of everything that's wrong with kids these days in the younger generations.
Angel is as good as some of these other players, but you're not going to, her name more, but it's for all the wrong reasons.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, because,
I would take Aaliyah Boston over her. I would take the other center on Chicago, Cardoso.
She's the girl. She's the girl who went to UConn?
She went to South Carolina.
The girl from UConn went because, what was it? Because Indiana had the first and third pick last year. So it was Caitlin, someone else, and the girl from UConn, right?
It's, Indiana had the number 1 pick back-to-back years. That's how they got Boston and...
Did they have 1 and 3?
I don't know. They might have another one.
I thought they tricked this out. Or maybe that was this year. Someone had 1. That was this year. Dallas had 1.
Yeah.
Took Paige and then took the girl from UConn with the red braids, the center.
Did she go down there too?
I think Paige
went to UConn. Paige was the star.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'll have to pull up the draft.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I do. I'm not as fluent in WNBA, but I do find the Caitlin Clark fascinating.
WNBA draft goes 3 rounds.
Okay.
Half of the first round picks were cut before the end of training camp. You only have 14 teams, 15 teams.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
And these girls don't age. I mean, they're playing 10 years. Diana Taurasi played 20.
22, right?
Yeah,
she's hung it up. This is the first year without Diana Taurasi, I think, since the WNBA.
She just hung it up, yeah. So it's, There's not a lot of slots for this night. I know it was a French girl that went second. I can't remember who.
Yeah, the French girl went second. It feels like that you have basically a golden goose, and just everyone in that league is just trying to just get rid of her, and it just boggles my mind.
And you hear people bitch about the face of the NBA all the time. Could Tatum be? Could do this? It always happens organically. This happened organically.
Yeah.
You had a little superhero that showed up on your doorstep.
And it's not because she does TikTok. Kids don't use Twitter. It's not because she does TikTok. No. It's not because she's like half naked on fucking Instagram. It's because she's the best goddamn female basketball player your friggin' league's ever seen.
She's just that good.
And it's not even, Diana Taurasi was really good. Cheryl Swoops was really good. Reggie Miller's sister was really good.
Yep.
But she's like.
You're in a different age. She's the perfect player at the right time. She's the female Steph.
Yes. And it's just like, yeah, exactly. And she plays defense. She has steals. She's got shots. She can fucking just ball out.
She's a little dirt dog.
Like you said, she plays hard.
Skill.
She's good to the fucking fans. She's good to the kids. She's good to the media.
That's part of the reason why those Indiana fans, and arena is unbelievable.
The state of Indiana fucking loves basketball.
Oh, it's church.
Hoosierville, baby.
Exactly. It's church.
So the fact that she went there too, would she still be the bigger deal if she played in Phoenix? Or, of course.
It will be.
But it's just, Indiana builds statues for fucking basketball players.
It'll be interesting to see once her first contract comes up, if all of a sudden she's funneled to New York, or there's rumors that Boston's getting a team.
Oh, if they make her go there.
You want one of those. You've seen that kind of stuff happen before.
Oh, yeah.
Where?
We'll see.
Anyway,
yeah. Again, we're not going to do a ton of WNBA talk. That whole thing just found me fascinating. And they call it a rivalry. And again, she got her fucking doors blown up by 65 fucking points the other night. Well, she had a triple-double. Yeah, I think she had fucking 10 points and like 15 rebounds off her own shots.
I hate Joel Embiid, but he's honest to a fault. When a reporter asked him one time about the rivalry with the Celtics, he's like, what rivalry? We get our ass kicked all the time. Yeah. You have to win sometimes if it's going to be a rivalry. He's like, there's no rivalry there.
And we could just do an hour on why he needs to fucking retire. That guy's body about to fall apart.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Like Mr. Glass.
Some other time. Yes.
Okay, so it's towards the end of the episode. We're we get our again new show, second episode on the new show. Again, everyone, thanks for joining us. We're still trying to figure out this whole end thing, but we're going to go into the 10 Commandments.
15. And this is a tough one.
This one's tough. So
this one hurt my heart to pull together a list here.
I know. So Jason Tatum going down was obviously horrible for many reasons. Number one, it possibly took another banner. Possibly, I say possibly because they were kind of fucking playing like dog shit anyway in that second round. But it also, not only that, it takes next year completely off the table. And now your Celtics team, which was a monster, is going to be thoroughly dismantled in this offseason.
It was getting dismantled either way this offseason.
It was, but
nobody was going to pay $500 million plus.
No, but now maybe I mean, we probably have differing opinions on this. Probably yours is probably more well-educated than mine. Instead, maybe just one or two of the pieces getting shoved off. I think you're getting 3 or 4 shoved off.
It's going to be a matter of who wants your pieces.
This is true.
You got a guy with 34-year-old 2-bum hamstrings.
Yeah. You
have a 30-year-old unicorn who has some weird illness that makes him want to go to sleep while he's on the court. No. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Your other, I think the other J is gone. I think Holiday's gone. There's one I don't get rid of. I'm not getting rid of White. No.
And I wouldn't get rid of Pritchard either.
Oh, no. You don't need to.
I think
he's not your problem money-wise.
I think you're keeping, the only untouchables in my mind are Tatum, White, and Pritchard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Brown's gone, unfortunately.
I think he's going to have to be the one. Brown was one that never should have been a max guy.
Yeah.
That was totally a CBA thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and it's kind of set up where you're not. You can draft well and still be penalized and not be able to keep your team together.
I mean, if you believe the rumors, though, it's a hell of a fucking package they might get back for him. So
it's all talking heads. There's nothing coming from any league sources.
They interviewed the Celtics interviewed the kid too.
Yeah, there's no way Nico's trading that number 1 pick.
We'll see.
No.
Anyway,
way.
So being that was a pretty bad injury, right? Pretty bad injury, devastating.
You knew it the second it happened.
Of course.
Oh God.
Of course you knew it.
Yeah.
I tried. I'd even text you for a day because I'm just going to leave the fuck alone because he's probably not in a good spot right now. So.
Oh, the girls are asking me, and I'm like, no, he's done.
Oh, he's cooked.
I'm like, I don't need to wait to hear.
No, he's done.
My only hope is that it's just the Achilles and not like he also tore every ligament in his
PCL,
ankle.
MCL kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like everything's broken, and Oh yeah, we got like it was Frank fracture too,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
something stupid that's
And then he's just
going to
done.
annoy him for the next 20 years.
Yeah. So so I was thinking, let's talk about let's do the 10 commandments of sports injuries, devastating sports injuries. For one reason or another, it could just be a player you liked, it could be just the way it looked, the ramifications of it, and the way I wanted to preference it. God, I gotta fucking get up like a dictionary and learn some words. I wanted to keep it to just like stuff that like in our lifetime. So I'm not gonna talk about Joe Theismann because I wasn't around to watch Joe Theismann get hurt.
Oh, I saw it live.
So yeah, like you brought up some people like there's stuff I haven't seen. I wasn't watching sports. I was like 4. So this is all just stuff that like affected you personally for some reason.
Okay. I mean, I'm just continuing the conversation with what we were talking about.
Okay.
The Tatum injury for me is if it's not at the top, it's damn near close to the top of both a franchise and league altering injury.
Yeah.
This is something that not only took away a potential repeat this year, not saying they would have won because they choked away those first 2 games. So New York was playing unbelievably. But what it does to the franchise now and how it's forcing that reset.
Yep. Earlier than you wanted to.
And it changes the face of the league now too. So you could shift the balance of power. Brown goes to Houston. Brown goes to any one of these other teams. You have to start getting off of that salary.
Yep.
And you assembled, it's really hard because the Celtics, as good as they are not a free agent destination. We don't have beaches. We
have a millionaire's tax.
It's
our
California and
our rent sucks. Houses are expensive.
California and Miami, right? Yeah. I mean, those are the places people want to go. Mm-hmm. And if New York has money, like Brunson ended up there because New York was sitting on a bag for years and they overpaid him. He wasn't Brunson when they signed him.
Yeah.
So this is one of those where in terms of an injury of this magnitude to somebody in their prime on the ascent, just turned 27 years old. When you were looking at where he was, he's already a Hall of Famer if he never plays again. Mm-hmm. He's got his title. When you look at where he was statistically in the history of the game, there's only like 3 people that had done some of the stuff that he did at his age, right? So this is a big one considering, and especially considering where the city is in terms of sports right now. That's your A1A.
That's your glimmer of hope.
That's your 1A in Boston right now. There's not another player on any of the other teams. Drake may turn into something, but this is a guy will soon be a 5-time first-team All-NBA player.
Yeah.
There's guys that are in the Hall of Fame that played 15 years. They got 1.
Yeah.
He did 5 consecutive years.
Yeah.
It's
in an era with Steph, Durant, LeBron, Giannis.
And he's still one of the top 5. Yeah. Everybody wants to slander him, except for the people that know ball.
Yeah.
No. And he's always talked about.
Not flashy.
Exactly. He just does his job.
Okay. Now I figured that was going to be on your list, so I left it off. Yep. Okay. So it's funny. I started doing this list, and I was able to match it to the reasons they got hurt too. And a lot of people I don't like. So this one, low-hanging fruit. In the realm of just absolute rat bastards, Bernie Pollard is right up there for me. That son of a bitch. I fucking hate that guy. But when Brady went down in 2008, fucking what happened to the first quarter?
Yeah.
You knew it. And why? Because Bernie Pollard jumps through the fucking line with his fucking elbow out and Lobo's fucking Tom Brady and takes his knee out.
Took out his knee.
He also took out Wes Welker. He's taking out other players on other teams too. Not
Welker
just us.
didn't bother me as much because, fucker dropped the ball.
But at the time, and there's other players from other teams that he did it to too. He was a dirty fucking he's the one who almost killed Stephen Ridley that AFC Championship game.
They allowed it. He knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah. I told you, the woman behind me started crying because she thought he was dead.
They knocked him the fuck out.
You were in that stadium too, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was the loudest fucking noise I've ever heard in my life.
It sounded like a gunshot. The helmet's hit.
It sounded like a tank shot off, for fuck's sake. So yeah. So Brady going down in 2008 is my first nominee.
No, that's a big one.
I'm sorry, that took a ring off your finger. Because that Super Bowl was what? No, that wasn't Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman was when we lost to them in 2006.
Was that Steelers Cardinals?
We didn't make the playoffs. We finished 11-5.
No. I know.
I'm
saying, but we had Brady. We win that. We probably win that year.
Probably. That team was still stacked. You still had the 2007 team. You went 11-5 with Matt Castle.
Yeah, exactly.
Who hadn't started since like junior high.
Yeah.
So My next one, I'm going to go the Cam Neely leg injury, the Alfie Samuelson hit. Because that was, you were in the middle of a run there with
Alf Samuelson, another first-class piece of shit.
Neely and Bork at the height of their powers. You had a bunch of kids coming in through the draft. You had good goaltending at the time. You had Oates playing center at the time. And when that happened, like Cam came back, but he was never, and this is my fear for the Tatum thing, that he's never going to be the same. You saw Cam was still on the rise at that point. He was already getting 50-goal seasons. He was also the biggest, toughest SOB on the ice. And it just was never the same. He showed flashes.
It happened nowadays, it probably wouldn't have been much of a problem because
he just couldn't. That's
so far. But
they
Bo
say
Jackson
that,
too, you know.
They say that with the Bo Jackson was a big one, and that didn't even look like it was that bad. He just got It was basically a hip drop tackle. It took him out. Right, and it took them another 25, 30 years to ban that shit. Bobby Orr. That's a half-hour procedure to fix that. And his knees just shredded to shit. So, the Cam one, considering where the team was.
Was that 86?
Oh, God, no. Cam was
88?
89. It was after that cup run.
Okay, yeah. So I was like 6. So I really hadn't started watching.
It was after that cup run, but they should have had, you had that core together.
Yeah, I would sit through hockey games at 6, but I wasn't like paying attention to players yet. So I didn't understand what
that injury led to you Yahoos going to a parade for somebody that won a cup somewhere else.
Okay. Yeah. We'll carry on. What a chair crazy it was. Okay, another first-class piece of shit. TJ Ward, Gronk's knee.
Oh.
That year.
Yep.
I
actually had that on.
That motherfucker, man. There was no need for that fucking hit. That was a blatant fucking knee launch. And just, like, they had, like, the mic right there, and you just heard, my fucking knee. It's
just remember, every time Gronk got hurt, it was Belichick's fault. He shouldn't have been blocking. Like he didn't, that's why you get the busted forearm, and it was always somebody else's
This
fault.
one full-blown was TJ Ward's fucking fault. There was no reason for that. Did not need to hit it. There was 100 ways you could tackle him on that. He did not need to fucking jump like a rocket launch into his fucking knee.
I had Gronk on here, had Brady on here a couple times. Both of them going into the second Giants Super Bowl. Brady had the high ankle sprain. Gronk was, he's fine. You could outrun him at that point.
Yep.
And we insisted on sending him on fly patterns into the ends up, whatever. Yeah.
But I'm going the Gronk because that was one of those things too. Like, I'm such a Gronk honk.
Yeah.
Which that rhymes. As soon as it hit, and it made it worse. I think having the mic there and like listen to the fucking pain in him because that's a big fucking tough guy.
Oh, as soon as you hear the scream.
Yeah. And again, there was no need for it, and it cost you a year of like my favorite player of the last 10 years.
The scream is what got me on the Tatum thing. Because that kid bounces up for everything. He never misses 2 games in a row. The whole thing. When you saw him, you knew exactly.
And I got buddies who have had that same injury, and they said, it's painful as fuck. It's horrible.
It's crazy. Okay, my next one, I'm going kind of off script. We're not going big four. I'm going Tiger Woods' broken leg.
Oh, there you go.
So this is going back to 2008. Tiger Woods fractured his tibia in 2 places and played the 4th round of the U.S. Open on a broken leg, plus an 18-hole playoff the next day to win. And he was still, at that point, like capital T, Tiger Woods, on his head, just racking up majors and everything like that. And that was really the first chink in the armor. The leg led to the back, led to all the personal stuff aside. Yeah. Like all of the other injuries started piling up after that. It was like that was Bernard King on one leg in the NBA Finals kind of thing, like willing himself to victory. And then it kind of, how does history change if that doesn't happen? Yeah. Does he get a couple more in the 2010s?
Possibly, yeah.
And it just kind of spiraled from there.
That's a good one. Okay, next on my list of complete pieces of human shit.
Ooh.
Matt Cook. His hit on Mark Savard. So that was bad. So Mark Savard played for the Bruins. Big signing. Great hockey player. For you hear, even better person. And this one didn't just like derail a Bruin season. This one ruined a human being's life. I think the guy's
still not right, is he?
No, he still has to wear sunglasses all the time. Never played hockey again. Never got out of Concussionville or whatever you want to call it. And again, it wasn't like, oh, it just happens on the, that's what happened. No, it was a complete blindside, cheap shot, never should have fucking happened. There was no need for it kind of thing.
Wow.
And yeah, that was pretty devastating. And it's not devastating because, the Bruins, because the Bruins lost in the playoffs that year or whatever, because they basically, I mean, yeah, you took a all-star off the team basically, but you basically ruined the guy's fucking life for no reason just because you're a shithead.
Yeah. Well, that's most hockey players.
That's fair. I got another one of those too coming up.
Yeah, I got one. One of the scariest injuries I ever saw was to a hockey player. This is when he was playing for the Penguins. Future Bruin, raging drug habit, but the shot on Kevin Stevens.
Oh yeah, see, I never saw that.
This is right up there with the dude getting, and I think you're going to get to it. Do you have the goalie on there?
No.
This is as bad as the goalie getting his throat slit.
Yes.
Completely accidental before they were all wearing neck guards.
Yep.
The guy just didn't get his skate up enough as he was coming around trying to avoid him.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Stevens took a shot in this game, got hit so hard that he was knocked out cold, straight, just standing full upright.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And the only thing that caught him was his face on the ice.
Yep.
They had to cut him ear to ear and peel his face back over his skull to try to reconstruct. He never looked the same.
Yeah.
Again, obviously, metal plates and screws and all kinds of things. But the visual of somebody...
That was the 80s too, right?
Going... Oh, no, it was much later than 82. Kevin Stevens played in the 90s.
I'm like the 80s also.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
He was with the Penguins during that run.
Yes.
So he was playing on the team.
He was on that Lemieux Jagger team.
Lemieux, Jagger, Barrasso.
Yeah. They had Oates back.
Coffee.
They had Oates there. No, Oates with the Capitals.
Oates was with the Caps and then got traded to us.
Yeah, okay.
That team was Ron Francis.
Yeah, okay, the Ron Francis guys.
You had...
They're like 92.
Now, ironically enough, Alfie ended up playing with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a run there.
Yeah.
Where those teams
they were fucking
stacked.
Loaded.
Absolutely stacked. The only question was if Mario was going to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Pre-leukemia.
Yeah.
Before he got sick.
That's a good one.
It was the scariest hit I'd ever seen in my life.
That's a good one. I'm going to skip ahead and just finish off the hockey talk because I think I had the last hockey one. Steve Moore was a forward with the Colorado Avalanche. And to finish off my wheel of human garbage, Todd Bertuzzi for the Canucks.
He's a scumbag.
Oh, complete, one of the biggest, like the fact that this motherfucker was allowed to play hockey after this was ridiculous.
Yeah, he's terrible.
But he just came up like Happy Gilmore with his fucking stick and just tattooed him across the fucking head. And another guy basically just ruined the guy's fucking life.
Jesus.
That was never the fucking same. I think there was court hearings about it.
There were charges pressed.
There were charges
I remember that.
Yep.
Bertuzzi came back to play.
Which was fucking infuriating.
Yeah.
The fact that someone actually signed that piece of shit. So yeah, it was just, again, just because of the fact that like you're watching TV, like, did that just fucking happen? Did he just seriously pull his fucking stick back and just cold cock him with it? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then again, same thing, you see a human, it's just lifeless, just bunk.
Unbelievable.
So yeah.
I tend to, just because of where my interests lie, I tend to go heavy on your basketball stuff.
That's fine.
I'm going to go back to KG in 2009.
Okay.
Celtics just came off the title in 08. The 09 team was actually better than the 08 team. The 08 team had just gotten 3 together. They had never played together.
Yep.
It happened to congeal before the playoffs. Garnett hurts his knee with about 15 games left.
Yeah. And if he's healthy, they win another one.
Oh, you cruise to another one.
Yeah.
You still went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
You still put together a run, but you were missing your heart and soul at that point.
Yeah.
He tried to come back, re-aggravated it like 4 games in, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
They made it back in 2010, but it was much like this one. You had a 2-year window.
Yep. Yeah.
Where you should have won there. And
that one sucks because again, you took a banner out of the rafters.
Yeah, you
and it's not even like,
lost the banner.
no, they would have fucking they would have cruised.
They were clearly
the
best
monster.
team in the league that year.
Yeah,
no
that's
question.
A good one. Okay, this one, again, no skin in the game on this one, so to speak. It's just the gnarliest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life, and that's Alex Smith.
Oh yeah, he's on my list.
Okay. Alex Smith, so this is the other Joe Theismann. Same team, which is weird too, right?
Theismann right below too, yeah.
So Joe Theismann was a leg break. Alex Smith was like a contorted calf muscle.
With multiple breaks.
Oh, with multiple breaks.
Yeah.
But like Joe Theismann,
the bone, it was a compound
his fucking
fracture.
shin bone was pointing all the way to fucking Columbus, Ohio. This was like this weird thing where it caused and we're talking modern, this is like 2017, 16, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking like modern medicine. This guy almost lost his fucking leg. We had muscle necrosis, like his calf muscle had to get removed. It was the fucking grossest shit you've ever seen.
They
in your
almost had
fucking
to take the leg. Yeah. The fact that he's even walking right now is a minor miracle.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And it was the same team. I don't know if it was the same leg, but
it was
the
same team, same leg, and it was a primetime game. Not I guess the same opponent, but it was like the same. It was like the Monday night slot or whatever.
Well, let's not forget that RG3 got his leg blown out. Nothing to that level.
Yeah,
but that was one of those that it's like that was almost like a Clinton Portis.
Yeah,
like got hit so hard, we're going to tear every ligament in your knee.
Yeah,
like the bottom can just go wherever.
You know, your collarbone's going to break too, just because you're hitting so hard.
Yeah, you're so freaking tiny there. Sticking around in the football, I'm going Damar Hamlin.
Yeah.
Anytime you see somebody physically die on the field, like that was the scariest shit I'd ever seen.
I think we in Slack, I was like, I think this guy's fucking dead. We were like right on top of that shit.
He was literally, he got hit hard enough that he died on the field.
Yeah, he was technically dead, right?
Yep.
And it didn't look too bad at first. It was just like,
no, there was contact, but it
was like he got hit like in the ventricle and he had an existing
just right.
Yeah, and just like an air bubble fucking just stopped his heart or something like that. It was just
they described it as almost like an electrical short.
Yes, yeah.
And that's
you knocked the wire loose.
That's it.
Yeah.
You had to jump the battery.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That was fucking crazy.
And the fact that he came back to play again.
Yeah.
And he played well last year.
Yeah.
He's
nuts.
That's nuts. But that's the biggest fear. Anytime you watch the NFL, like that was always my, like one of these days I'm going to be sitting there watching with the kid and we're literally going to see somebody die on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And then it happened.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Okay. My last choice is not, again, this is not like it's not an uncommon injury, I guess. It's not an all-time player or like championship ramifications. Hell, it happened during extracurriculars, basically. I'm only picking this because I was standing right there and I watched this shit happen live, not in a stadium, ground level, about 10 feet away from the guy. Robert Edwards, running back for the New England Patriots, first round pick out of Georgia.
Fucking flag football.
We're supposed to be your next great running back after you get rid of Curtis Martin. I was in Hawaii at the Beach Bowl with the rookies, and his kneecap swung around like a fucking revolving door at Macy's, man. It was the grossest shit. And you just knew, like, oh yeah, this guy's done. This guy's cooked.
Yeah, he came back for a little bit. With the Dolphins, right?
Miami, yeah.
He had a cup of coffee with them, but he was never the same.
And he was, again, we get through his rookie year. I think he was runner-up rookie of the year. He was like runner-up to like a quarterback.
He was I think he was the offensive rookie.
Oh, he was offensive rookie.
He was. There was whoever the defensive.
Some other world beater that came out that year. But yeah. And he's like, oh, they're just fucking around playing football. And I'm like, oh yeah, I had my Patriots jersey on. Like, oh, that's our fucking guy. He was gonna be a monster. And gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
That one, I thought about him. I was trying to think of ones that swung the fortunes of a franchise.
Yeah. Again, and it's only because, like, for me to the fucking camera. I've never seen someone get hurt like that.
I came close to putting the Bledsoe one down because we were sitting in the lower bowl right near where he got hit.
But again, like, you knew he got blown up, but you didn't think like he was fucking bleeding internally.
I didn't realize that arteries were sheared off his heart or anything crazy like that. So I didn't go that way. But, and this is definitely my green team bias, the last one I'm going to throw out there was the Gordon Hayward injury.
Okay, yep.
So we had been building, it was the Celtics version of the process.
Yes, yep.
Accumulating cap space, drafting correctly. We had done everything we needed to when we came to breaking up the last big three to acquire all those draft picks. You nail the 2 draft picks. You get Brown and Tatum, right? So you go, and I believe that was Tatum's rookie year.
Yeah.
You're starting the season. You trade for Kyrie in the offseason, who's already won a title and in a multiple time All-Star. You sign Hayward. You have Horford.
You were fucking loaded.
Your kids coming off the bench were unbelievable. And minutes into the first game,
it all blows the fuck up.
You have an injury that it was horrible to see. You didn't realize exactly how bad it was at the time.
It looked gnarly.
Until you saw the entire Cavs bench that was looking at it, having to turn and
like
cover their face.
Yeah.
Like LeBron's reaction will stick with me forever. It was like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I just saw.
Yeah.
That the foot just completely turned the wrong way. And before we started recording, I told you, Harley's always been Celtics person watching the games. And she looked at me, she's like, Dad, did his shoe fall off?
Like, no, his foot fell off already.
I know the foot's still in there. It's just not
it's just not attached to anything.
They had to pull away from that shot.
It's a pool ball in a sock.
And that kid was never the same.
Nah, not even quite. I mean, and you're a multi-time all-star kind of guy too.
Another one that was on the rise. Yep. You had cobbled it together. Kyrie was only 26 at the time.
Like that, yeah.
You had the 2 babies coming up behind him.
Yeah,
you were set for a run.
Stacked, man. Yeah.
And I think that led to some of the Kyrie bullshit that came the next year.
Yeah, because you weren't as good as he thought he was getting instant rings.
Because the other rumor was, and this came out again this year, Kyrie talked about in an interview, that he was talking to Durant about coming here. Mm-hmm. Durant was a free agent that offseason.
Yeah.
And everything just fell apart from there.
That sucks.
Yeah. So this could have happened. So
we only
never take last year for granted.
No.
It's really fucking hard to win a ring in
any sport.
The NBA, yeah.
So I mean, we each only have to lose one. So I'll take off Steve Moore just because like it was crazy to watch, but like it didn't really affect us like personally.
Kevin Stevens didn't affect, but it was more
It was fucked up, man.
And that was a local kid. He came back and played with the Bruins later.
Yeah.
But just for sheer gore. If I was I'm looking at the list
if you want to keep Kevin Stevens, I'll go to Robert Edwards, but that was just...
No, I would leave that because Edwards was our guy. Kevin Stevens, I just want to talk about the fact that he face planted.
Yeah.
So what do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, I'll lose Stevens.
Okay. So I think is that it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we need to get rid of one more.
I am very basketball heavy here.
That's fun.
You know what though? I would, based on the fact that, it didn't affect us as much. It was a fucked up injury. Yeah, I would lose Hamlin.
Okay.
Because the injury was awful.
Because even though KG was just like, it's just a simple knee tear, that like 99% took a banner out of it.
It swung a title and it led to you breaking up the team sooner.
Yeah, and
same thing with the Hayward thing.
Yeah, and Hayward. Yeah, like I said, Hayward might cost you.
It set you back a few years. You ended up having to go, and you got the IT era, which was great.
Yeah,
but
the Bridgies, as they call them.
The idea that you could have been winning titles with Brown and Tatum in their second and third years, as opposed to 7.
Okay. So you're what do we call this thing? Sorry. The 10 Amendments of sports injuries. Jason Tatum's Achilles blowout. Tom Brady's knee in 2008. Cam Neely's hip. Gronk's knee. Tiger Woods' broken leg. Mark Savard's concussion extreme. KG's knee in 2009. The fucking gnarly Alex Smith leg injury.
It's brutal.
Robert Edwards' knee at the Beach Pro Bowl, and Gordon Hayward's shoe falling off.
Literally falling off.
We'll call it his shoe falling off. So again, everyone, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Kids. Yeah, no, definitely. We'll do we'll get Sean back in a couple weeks probably too. Once we get past all these movies we got to talk about and stuff like that. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you are listening to the show, go check out YouTube. If you're wondering why, audio-wise, the intro song is so long now, it's because we have a very nice new animated intro video over on the YouTube channel that our buddy Mike Driscoll, Mike 3D, put together for us. So thanks you, Mike.
Thanks again, Mike. Appreciate
Came out
that,
great. And again, these are kind of like, I don't say they're supposed to be watched on YouTube, but it's kind of like what we're trying to do more video stuff. So, and again, if you have all those social media accounts, Instagram, TikTok-y, all that kind of stuff.
We're going to start getting some show clips up there. And
yeah. So go ahead and give us a follow there too. It's just, FANMEN podcast was, we're not going to make separate accounts for that kind of shit. But anyway. But yeah. Excellent. So also, if you are watching on YouTube, leave a comment. What was your worst sports injury that you saw? Either it was just gross or messed your team up or whatever like that.
Tell us what you agree with. Tell us why we're idiots.
Yeah, no, please tell us why we're idiots. I like that. So
interact.
So awesome. Right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks, everyone.